God! There's a new state of a game. And SMG build is gone! And also on top of all of that, weapon mods are gonna change, which means it is gonna be much harder to stack maximum crit hit chance. No more healing! Yay! But this is not it, man! Unstoppable force! They didn't touch unstoppable force. When World Tier 5 comes out, when we get even more armor, my LMG is gonna be unstoppable! And by the way, dear Scrap, let's talk about the changes after the intro. I'm joking. Chill. It took me a lot of hours to make it. So make those 15 seconds count. In 3, 2, 1. Anyways, all jokes aside, let's talk about the state of the game. So, yes, it is correct. Widdz build is getting hammered on so many different angles that I'm just mind blown. Now, me personally, I have not played the SMGs. I have not played with the one-shot sniper builds. Since I reached level 30, I have LMG in my hands, and I'm playing only LMGs. I know every single variety of the LMG builds that can exist. All of those major nerfs has a heavy impact on one build. I mean on two builds. Let's talk about the one-shot sniper first. Now, they're nerfing the damage on the M700. And I do agree with that nerf. Because you do not even need to have a proper build. It is just you equip M700 and you're god. That's literally it. That's how much damage potential M700 has in normalized and in non-normalized state right now. So this is okay, it's fine by me. But nerfing 3 things in one patch because of one build, I'm mind blown. They nerfed Safeguard, which means SMG build will not have that much sustain with fighting 1v4s, which means it is gonna have a lot of downtime because of reload. And when you're reloading, you're vulnerable. You're gonna take damage, you cannot create them. Second thing is that they're gonna place internal cooldown also into Demolitionist perk, which means your armor is broken, and with a heal, you're gonna get that armor back. 1% armor, it doesn't matter. And then that armor is gonna break again, and every single time when your armor breaks, it is gonna refill SMG you're using with a high RPM, which means the more you're in the combat, more bullets you have without any reload. And on top of all of that, they suddenly went with revamping of the mods to lower down the actual value of certain mods just to compensate the negative stuff that those modifications had. Now, this is great. This is really, I like that change. And the reason why I like that change is because in World Tier 5, we're gonna have higher value attributes. But when you can place all of the modification on SMG, and when that SMG almost reached a crit cap, without even having single attribute inside of their gear, that is overpowered. And I do understand why they have nerfed the mods. The thing that is pissing me the most is that we are barely in the 1 month of a game, they already started to nerf builds. Dear Ubisoft, if certain build is really popular, that does not mean that that build is overpowered. If your statistics say that 80% of wins is because of the SMG build, that does not mean that SMG build is overpowered. Like I said in my previous video, and there were comments that do agree with me. If you have the best build ever in your loadout, with the best stats ever, that is not making you a better player. Sure, it is gonna make your life much easier. But right now, in the current stage of a game, World Tier 4 PvP, Like I said, I never use one-shot sniper build, I have never used SMG build, I'm only using LMG builds. There are people in my clan, they are using ARs and they're shredding in a PvP, non-occupied dark zone, occupied dark zone, skirmish. They're using skill power builds and they're shredding everything in a PvP. No, I'm joking. Skill power sucks, Buffy dude. But what I'm trying to say is that we are really early, holy, that we are in really early days of a Division 2. Please don't start with the shit that you guys have done in the Division 1. Don't start with nerfing certain builds just because everyone is playing. I do not want to be on the same point that we had in the Division 1. I do not want to experience that bullshit that no matter how well geared you are, you're gonna feel like you're crap. We need that RPG element. We need, thanks to our progression, to feel powerful. Where the hell is epic music? Alexa, play something epic. Army, it is time to make a retribution. It is time to show Ubisoft how we really feel. Tell them that we need creativity. Explain to them on all of those social media. Tell them that we need the variety of our builds. That we need and want creative builds. We wanna make meta. We wanna tinker with the min-maxing our builds in at 2 AM when I have to go in and work in 6 AM to figure out what recalibration is better than the another one. We wanna make counter builds for meta. Do not force us to use stupid 6 set pieces in our loadout that is gonna cock-block any creativity in it. Don't force us to use all of our slots in the loadout on something that you think it is balanced. Do not make a same mistake what you have done in the Division 1, where everyone is running 6 set pieces with exactly the same weapon. Leave the Division 2 skill-based game that requires knowledge. Give me the pleasure of people wondering, why am I so strong? Give me the pleasure to sit in the inspecting UI for 10 minutes of a player that completely annihilated me in the PvP to fully understand how he built his character. Not just opening inspect, clicking on the gear set and the brain dead close, because diversity of a build is so bland, boring and fucking balanced. Please do not nerf popular builds because they are overpowered. I'm not saying that you have done everything wrong this patch. I'm just warning you for a greater good of the future in the division. If something is broken and overpowered, I'm fine with it. But the thing that you have to realize and understand is that you should look from the different perspective. How about making not so popular builds a little bit more popular? How about making not so popular builds a little bit more buffed up so people that know what the hell they're doing, they can start with experimenting with that things that you buff. I didn't even need your help to nerf all of those stuff that you nerf with the SMG to completely shred them in a PvP with the LMG. I found the way how to counter them. We community, we are finding the ways, what is good, what is bad. And like I already said, if you're a good player, you do not need GG rolls in your build. You do not need overpowered build to be powerful. Because in the Division 2, right now, at this point, World Tier 4 PvP, player skill is way more important than the build that you're using. Every build works, and please keep it that way. Do not make new players that have no knowledge in the game to wreck me because we are using same build and there is zero thought process went inside of those builds. The division, community, the division, we are playing this game because of a creativity and variety in the different loadouts. Don't take that away. Even when you're gonna release the gear sets, do not release them so everything is balanced in the PvP. It is not balanced, it will never be balanced. We learned that already in the Division 1. Give us the happiness of creating the meta. Oh, and by the way, my LMG build is gonna shred everything in the World Tier 5. Yeah, you cannot wait, man. I cannot wait, dude. Anyways, that was it for today. I hope you guys understand the pain that I am experiencing right now. I personally do think that it was a little bit way too brutal on the SMG build, and that build has a thought process, build has everything that is so good. I did not try it. We're gonna see how this build is gonna perform in the World Tier 5. But I think I'm afraid that there is gonna be a lot of changes and a lot of tweaks in that SMG build. And I really do hope that that SMG build survives, because it's cool. It is cool build. And please let us make cool builds. Thank you guys for watching, and see you in the next one. Eroktic out.